This issue is called the Employee Free Choice Act. It's not called Card Check. Card Check is a part of the Employee Free Choice Act. And one thing we have to remember with our messaging is, with Card Check, we won the messaging on it. Card Check is taking away the secret ballot. The other side is trying to be cute, and they're calling it majority sign-up. Hasn't caught on. Card Check is caught on. But Card Check is a part of EFCA. It is not all of EFCA. So if you're talking about the arbitration section of EFCA or the penalty section of EFCA, it's EFCA, it's not Card Check. So I just wanted to, the messaging is extremely important on this, because we don't want them to come back and say, well, wait, we took Card Check out, or, well, we're not talking about Card Check, we're talking about arbitration. It's EFCA. As far as Card Check, since it is maybe possibly back in, one of the things we have to remember is that a vote for cloture is a vote for EFCA. There's no other way around it. We're going to have senators that are going to try to say, oh, well, it's a procedural vote. I vote with my party. That's all that matters. No, 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 no. A vote for cloture is a vote for EFCA, and we have to make sure that we hang it around. Whoever votes for cloture, we hang it around their neck. You voted against the secret ballot, and you voted for government-imposed contracts. So another messaging thing that we have to remember. Now, what is Card Check? And this also comes back to the messaging. Card Check deals with union elections. What the bill intends to do is it intends to effectively, and I emphasize the word effectively, eliminate the secret ballot in union organizing elections. What unions want to do, and what supporters of the Employee Free Choice Act would like to do, is they would like to, during union elections, take away the right of the employer to say, no, we don't want intimidation, we don't want people talking to our workers, looking over their shoulder while they vote, if they want a union or not. What Card Check does is it takes that out and says that the union can decide, and, well, unions would like to look over someone's shoulder and say, check this card and vote for a union. Now, remember, unions will have access to people's addresses. They can come to your home. They can talk to you at work. They can look over your shoulder. Any idea that there's not going to be intimidation going on is an absolute fallacy. And first of all, when I say effectively eliminate, it doesn't outlaw the secret ballot entirely. What Card Check does is it makes it nearly impossible for employees to utilize the secret ballot.
I know that at one point, very recently, that 7 states with the lowest unemployment rates were all right-to-work states. You look at Texas. My understanding is Texas created more jobs in 2007 than all of the other states combined. That's what happens. Again, we're not trying to deny people's right to unionize, to collectively bargain. Anybody who really believes in the free market should believe in that. But you've got to look at the practical effects of it as well. They impose rigid rules, and right-to-work states allow employees to say, I don't want to be part of that. Non-right-to-work states can force you to be part of that union, and look at the consequences. Now, don't take my word for it. Just look at the numbers.
And what are the effects if EFCA should pass?
Okay, remember, EFCA arbitration is not the typical arbitration you think of every day, like when you sign your cell phone bill or with an employer normally. Normally, you're under contract, and in the contract it says we will go to arbitration in lieu of litigation. What that does is it saves time and it saves money for both the employer and the person, or the company, and the person bringing the lawsuit. Because it goes to the arbitrator, you're not worried about a jackpot jury award. What the Employee Free Choice Act does is the Employee Free Choice Act imposes compulsory binding interest arbitration. What that is that's a first contract mandated by a government bureaucrat. What he'll do is he'll come in, and instead of talking about an existing contract, like arbitration is typically today, he'll write the contract from scratch. And what that contract would cover is every aspect of the working relationship between the employer and the employee. And it could be hundreds, if not 1,000 pages long, depending how intricate the business is. And what works for one company may not work for another. The arbitrator is going to have to look at will look at other companies to get a basis of what he thinks is best for this company. He's not going to have as in-depth knowledge as the employer and the employees. And what he's going to do is he's going to write this contract, and it may be detrimental and harm the business.
The Free Choice Act is before the Senate. Senator Specter has just announced apparently that he will be willing to vote for cloture. How do you see this as affecting the outcome of the bill in the end?
Well, it certainly makes it more likely of coming up in the first place and being passed. And I think a lot of people out there maybe don't understand that a vote for cloture is a vote for the bill, even though some people might try to wiggle out of it by saying, well, I just voted in cloture, not necessarily for the bill, but once you get cloture, it's going to pass the bill. So it certainly makes it much more likely, and frankly is really an act of political cowardice. Not surprisingly, I don't think, from Senator Specter, but nevertheless a really disappointing one.